Good day everyone, I'm Roslyn de Mapsel Maceda, and in my part, we're going to tackle the materials and resources in teaching poetry. So when poetry is supported by technology, it fosters emotional learning and social skill to build resilience in children. English language learner benefit from poetry and receive assistance in developing the skills a child needs to develop listening and speaking. Poetry is more than written words. It is sounds and music and beats and rhythm. Even if a child doesn't understand every word of a poem, they can feel or they can get some emotion through by hearing or through by reading it. So, after just a little bit by coaching by Educate LLC, teachers and administrators alike will be celebrating the use of technology in poetry classes than fearing of it confused by it. So, nowadays, technology is very progressive na, diba? So, through technology, like, for example, spoken poetry, it can give more, impact and affect to the listener or to the audience that who hear or napapanood nila yung mga spoken poetry, diba? Because there are some of the students that have a different kind of learning. So, those spoken poetry, itong mga students nga dili kay ganahan mo basa, they can also learn or they can also get makarelate gyapon sa poetry by having a instrumental music, di ba? So they can also they can have a way nga makasabot or ma-understand nila ang poem, or they can have an interest by making or reading a poem. So here are the some materials and resources in teaching poetry. First is internet content, diba? As I said, through technology. So, when we say technology, together na ng internet, diba? Through internet content, it provides many sources of relevant and helpful information related to poetry that can easily be used, diba? Using technology and internet, syempre, mas ma-foster or mas maka-create, mas effective, and mas related to the generation of the time now, diba? Karon through technology and internet, mas easy na lang ka maka-search og mga poem or mga different types of poem nga kanang or materials nga gamiton nato para mas mahimong effective and interesting ang atong isa ka poem nga buhaton. Then another one is the blog, offers a great post on poetry which include tons of resources or a various type of poems. So, a full weblog or weblog online journal where an individual or group or corporation present a record of activities, thoughts of or beliefs. Some blogs operate mainly as a news filter, collecting various online sources and adding short comments and internet links, diba? As we remember, before, when we are second year, nagbuhat ta og blog, i-post nato siya sa Facebook. So, in that way, diba, na iba nga dili ganahan mag-written. So, by blogging, mas ma-explore or mas ma-spread pa nato ang mga information nga na information nga atong mahatag sa uban niya, which is makarelate sila, diba? So, another one is podcast. So, it provide classic and contemporary poems each day read aloud by poets or actors. Teacher can use this in the classroom that allows students to hear different poems day to day. So, it is a program that made available in digital format for download over the internet. For example, an episodic series of digital audio or video files that user can download to personal devices, listen to at a time of their choosing. So diba, nowadays, kaning, ang mas, kanang mas famous ron, or mas famous nga poem is, kanang spoken poetry, diba? Bisan ako, kanang mas related ko, mas ganahan ko, maminaw, sa poem nga gispoken siya, which also through kanang ganing mga instrumental kay mas ma-feel you can kanang ma-feel ganing emotional by like for example mag-spoken ka din go with instrumental mas ma-emotional pud ka, mas ma-touch ka if na mga something in ana nga gamiton sa pagkuan sa poetry. So through podcast isa ni siya ka apps nga which is maka-download ta og mga music or anything which is kanang magamit kay inato siya sa pagbuhat sa poetry. Isa na ani ang mga music, mga effects, nga kanang mas mahimo siyang effective ang atong poetry. So another one is YouTube. So it provides videos of a poems read aloud with pictures and background music to help display a poem in engaging way. Pamilya naman kahit aning YouTube, di ba? So when we see YouTube, daghan na kahit mabuhat diha. So through YouTube, we can edit or we can create a poetry nga kanang color kanang meaningful din effective kay siya. Kay ako before hilig pud ko magbuhat og mga poetry. So ang YouTube isa siya sa akong gina-searchan kung asa ko og na example magbuhat ko og poetry about sa nature. Sa YouTube, di ba, pag mag-search ka, daghan kay manggawas din, ana. So, mag-guide siya, isa na siya mag-guide, di maghatag-og ka ng ideas sa imo. Kung saan mo pag-create ang poem nga kanang mas effective, then, kaning magaan og encouragement ang mga readers, ay ang mga listener or ang mga readers nga kani pilion nila kay kanang related sa ila or nindot sa ila suitable para sa mga especially sa generation which is kanang di na kay hilig magbasa og mga tag-as which is gusto lang nila kanang connection na dapat ang read di ba na yung mga students nga when they are reading gusto sa sila mamina og mga music kay true daw ana kanang marag maano ilang mind kanang mas masabtan nila ang gilang gibasa na yung mga ingana jud nga simple sa mga students. So YouTube is isa sa mga makaano siya kanang makaaliw o makatag interest para kanang ganahan ang bata o ganahan ta magbasa-basa or ang mga bata sa kanang mga tag-as kay nga mga poem ana. So iPreads Poets allows students to create their own magnetic page. Poetry is able to compose their own creative process and poems. So kani siya isa pud ni siya ka kanang materials na ginagamit pagbuhat og poem which is kanaganing maghatag og kanang which is ang mga student maka-compose maka-create sila og mga phrases sa poem nga kanaganing unique nang own jud nila kanang ila jud og galingon kay kani siya mag-guide siya sa mga maker gani kung unsa ang pag-compose kanang pila ra dapat ka line unsaon pag-redeem ang isa ka mga pag may untag poem, dapat ready man din siya. So, isa ni siya nga materials nga mo guide, kung saan pag-arrange, pag-create nga kanang makompose ni mga isa ka poetry nga kanang enough, tama din siya, kanang walay mga barricade. Karon man good, pwede natin magbuhat og poetry, kaya man natin magbuhat og poetry, pero in making good og poetry, na dapat mga materials nga gamitin nimo para mas mahimong effective and nice and yang kanang way mga imong poetry ba ana. So next is Poetry Foundation. So it provides various poem, poetry, news, videos, article, and etc. which can be used throughout a poetry unit. So naana diri ang mga poetry news, videos, article, etc. Kuan po ni siya kaning materials po niya gamiton nato nga kanang kundi asa ta kanang makakuan ta og poetry. So, imagery. So, it is a literary device used in a poetry, novels, and other writing that uses vivid description that appeals to a reader's senses to create an image or idea in their head. So, diba, when we are writing a poetry, or when we are reading or writing, diba naatay ka nang nasa atong mga ginhunutan nga mao dapat ni ang content nato sa atong poetry. So by reading, diba pag magbasa ta, like for example, basa ta, diba na ay mga mabuo nga mga pictures or mga quandaries sa atong hunahuna nga murag hapon ta nagtanaw sa ila pero by reading na ay mga ideas or mga person or mga things mao sa atong hunahuna by reading. So mao ni si imagery, which is create an image or idea in our head, in our mind by reading. So, last one is the poem clue. Right in your classroom, through mobile devices, you can access poetry to be shared with your students, other teacher, and more. So, through it is a mobile device. So, through mobile device, kaning maalaw nato atong mga student nga ma-access ang poetry nga ma-share nato sa ila para mas dali nila mas dali nila masabtan or dali nila ma-access ang mga poetry nga atong ihatag sa ila. So So, next is assessment in teaching poetry. So, when we say assessment, isa ni siya sa mga kanang atong guide to evaluate or to assess the students in making a poetry. So, first one is the poetry portfolio. So, when we say portfolio, sabutan mo naman kayo nga, isa na siya sa mga kanang mga requirements, which is ang tanan learning activities, quizzes, tanan nga atong gibuhat ana nga quarter, diha nimo i-input for us to, or for the student to evaluate the development of their capabilities through the quarter. So, portfolios are a good way to assess poetry, allow room for creativity, process, and mechanics while representing the student whole body of work. The evaluator is generally able to say where the student started and the growth of results achieved by end of the project. So, diba, as I said, isa siya sa mga evaluation nga maka-guide sa atuog sa teacher and to the student to know or to able to identify if asan ang student na growth or usa yung mga development niya. One is teacher and peer conference. So, conferencing is another method used to evaluate student poetry. Whether peer-to-peer or teacher-to-student, conferencing provides window of insight into the intention of the student poet. Quite often, discussing a student writing with him personally allows him the opportunity to explain creative liberty, inspiration, and convention and purpose of the poem. Understanding the student intent and showing interest in his work allows the teacher to assist properly the student poetry based on abilities and achievements. So, teacher and peer conference is isa sa mga guide which is maano din sa teacher kung na ba development sa student by teacher to student kanang mag face to face jud sila ba nga manhan niya if naa ba na makita niya face-to-face jud ang growing sa student if naabay kaning like for example kaning angay bang utrohon or angay bang dugangan anay bang i-develop sa student, isa siya sa mag-guide ka na. Ang teacher jud dapat manggod ang mag-guide sa student when we are going to make a poetry. So next is journaling. So it serves several purposes: reflection, critical thinking, and connection. When completed as a reflection of progress, journaling allows students to review where they started and track their improvements. Journaling also encourages students to think critically about their work. They also provide a space for experimentation with new poetic and techniques. So, ang journaling is kanang mag-serve siya as a reflection, di ba? Remember, before, as ma-affiliate nato sa mga activities ni ma'am, mga more on reflective journal, which is through ato ma-identify or ma-evaluate if naaba dyan mga na-learn ang mga student atong gipangbuhat ka ng murag, di ba, sa poetry. Makita na to kung naaba dyan ka na kuan ba sa bata ang proper composing sa rhythm, kanang mga lines na compose ba niyag tama. Mao ni si kanis journaling, mao ni iyang kuan when we are assessing the student. So, next is rubrics and assessment list. Rubric is a type of rating scale, a structured approach to assessing student poetry and focus on assessing a predetermined set of criteria. However, there are two types of rubrics. The first one is the holistic. Holistic rubric focus on the work as a whole, provided that mistake in part may exist without compressing the overall integrity of wait lang. Of paces. So, holistic rubrics consists of single scale with criteria to be included in the evaluation being considered. So, the example is the clarity, organization, and mechanics. Ang holistic scores, magamit siya og mga single score. Usually, mga 1 to 4, based on overall judgment of the work, whether it matches based on the work single description. So, mao nitong bali sa criteria sa rubrics is 1 to 4, ano siya, kanang numeral jud siya. Then sa analytical rubrics is mo ni siya tong are generally more specific and contain several criteria that are being weighted. So, allows you to assess participant achievement based on multiple criteria using single rubric. You can assign different weight value to different criteria and include overall achievement by totaling the criteria written in table form analytical rubrics, among such as like not meeting criteria, needs improvement, specific story, and are explanatory. So, mao nitong kadto ano din siya kadung nagay mga comment or mga indicator every scores nga imong ihatag sa student. Mao ni sa analytical, which is maka-help sa teacher and student to analyze if unsa ang mga angay lang baton like sa tagaan mga student og 4. Then ang indicator mo sa 4 is like not meeting criteria. So, in that way, ang student makalas, ay, mali dito akong buhat kay, or manghatag niya, so mali dili dito dapat mo akong buhaton. Mo ni si analytical rubric. So, I guess that's all in my part. So, I hope you get some learning from me, from my discussion. So, that's all. Thank you, and God bless everyone.